Hey everybody, this is Ed and Chris doing our virtual tasting from the friendly confines of the chef's table.
Like an old friend.
Yeah, we're not in the Fish Hippie showroom this week, Chef.
We're switching it up, keeping everybody on their toes. Where are they going to be this week?
We have
The barrel room, the back porch, the showroom, the chef's table.
the show must go on whether we can be in the place we want or not. And actually, this is really our comfort zone. I know the sound isn't great here, but this is where we like to hang out the most.
We spend a lot of time in these confines right here.
Boy, last Friday we did 25 people at the chef's table, and boy, we had a lot of fun.
One night.
It was exhausting, but so much fun at the same time.
Everybody had a big time. They talked about it for a long time, so I mean that was rewarding.
Yeah. Mrs. Wishart's clan came in full force. We had some first timers. We had some of our favorite people that we haven't seen in person, so to speak, here in the restaurant, and since COVID. So it was just a great balance, heartwarming, all the feels.
Hit all the feels.
Had all the feels.
All
And
the feelings.
what a great time of year. Now we're embarking on Christmas week. We're just 3-4 days? I can't keep up with this.
Whatever today is, it's a few days from now. I have no idea what day.
That's true. So I'm probably going to start Christmas shopping here pretty soon.
Well, we did go to the liquor store.
We did.
So
our
I mean,
staff is going to be.
We know a few people are going to have a Merry Christmas.
Our staff is going to be hammered.
It'll
We
be real
filled up,
different for
We
them.
filled up the Jeep with liquor.
And as it should be, we went out and spurred the economy. We did.
Yeah. Or we're in the Tacoma, weren't we?
We were in the truck.
Yeah. Either way, we filled it up.
Well, then we took it out of the truck and filled your Jeep with liquor.
Yeah.
So they both got filled. I actually went back again yesterday.
Did you really? Well, I'll probably go back too.
Yeah.
You know, I guess, it's one of those things, so I guess we can't really get mad at our staff when they call out drunk because we're the one that gave them the liquor.
We lead by example here, don't we? Only we never call out.
Yeah, that's
We just
true.
come in drunk.
We just, or no,
Hungover.
hungover. Yeah.
That's what I
We
meant.
would never
You know
wear
what I mean.
drunk.
No, that's a crime against morality there.
Never. Well, anyway, it's a beautiful Wednesday. We're downtown Mount Airy. We're virtually tasting for those of you that can't be here in person and taste with us on Thursday. We have a huge crowd tomorrow.
Huge. Lots
We're
to be done.
Well over 3 dozen already. Might want to take another sip on that one. But we are closed.
I'll be out front tomorrow because we're closed.
The dining room's closed, and so Chef Chris will be out here with me, and we'll be, just having a great time, having a Christmas celebration of sorts.
We did this the night before Thanksgiving.
That's
We
right.
It was just Ed and I here. The restaurant was closed. We had a big crowd for the Thanksgiving edition of the tasting. It was huge.
And you did a $100 meal for $20.
I see a repeat
Yeah,
coming.
more of that coming. So, we're sorry you can't be here with us, but we still love the connection we can make via video. We should probably talk about the wines that are in your pickup packet. As you know, we discover wines from all over the world. We never replicate. We continue to stretch our talons or our tentacles across the world.
Our tributaries.
Yes, trying
How many
to
more of these
reach
words
out.
can we come up with?
Yeah, we're reaching all the regions of the world, and it's important because, well, you don't know Yadkin Valley wines for what they are if you don't have a point of comparison. And so we want to explore all the regions of the world, and we're going to do it 4 wines at a time, 2 wines on the video each week. So we are going to, this is surprisingly, we rarely ever do this grape. And this grape came across my palate a couple weeks ago. Like, this will be great for the tasting because I think this is for our white wine drinkers out there, they're going to be really pleased with this. First of all, the price is stupid. We're looking at, again, another under $15 bottle, and that really delivers with elegance, really. Intensity. So this is a Pinot Grigio, and of course that is from northern Italy, and Grigio. And that is probably hard for you to see. I'll have to walk
What a
it
great
over there.
name.
We got a little different camera angle this time, so a little bit further away. But with that being said, you'll see the bottle in your packet, so you'll know exactly what it is. But it is incredibly rich for a Pinot Grigio, would you say?
Very much so. Very much so. A lot of florality, though. I mean, it's weighty. It's a very rich wine, but it has tons of florality and citrus, and melon. Get some good melon on that.
Yeah, there's a seemingly a dozen things that you could describe in this, and typically for wines, particularly Pinot Grigio, I feel like you really need to spend money to get up to the flavor-rich Pinot Grigios. This is certainly delivering a lot of richness. Like Chef said, the tropical notes. The citrus is always there with Pinot Grigio for me, but I don't expect these tropical notes unless I'm spending a lot of money.
Yeah, so this is very, reminds me of the Lena Walsh. Very high end, very high end.
Absolutely. So you've got a lot of quality, long finish. Like I said, it's richer in terms of body, intensity of flavor, and minerality too. There's a chalkiness here that.
So yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I find that if you're gonna drink Pinot Grigio, it should have flavor. I think there's too many out there that are just watery.
Okay, I completely agree. I mean, you go around, if you're just blindly picking one off the shelf at a value price, they can be pretty bad.
Yeah. Wow.
This is
End of your
it's
city
not.
here. Wow.
long.
My
finish.
mouth is
Yep.
just leaking there. It's beautiful. And I know we were on a very short time, Chef, and you obviously didn't prepare samples of it. What do you think about pairing with this? What will they see in their bag?
Oh, well, we're gonna have a delicious cheese from Prodigal Farms. We got the Rowdy Gentleman.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that cider brushed.
He's rowdy.
He's rowdy again, but I love the cider aspect with that cheese. It gives it a little bit of jolt, so it's not just fat. It actually has a lot of character. So I think that's going to go great with this. We've got in some of that lamb salumi from Sunrays Farms. That's right outside of Charlotte. So I thought we'd have a little cheese and salumi with this. It's gonna be delicious, but it's 100% lamb salumi on that. It's gonna be great. Got plenty
That
of
will be
fat to
wonderful.
complement.
Oh, yeah.
the
That's going to be a wonderful pairing. Also, Jeff, this was not planned. I was just taking note. But all 4 of our wines this week are twist-offs.
And I even brought a backup.
After last
After
week's
last
debacle.
week, I'm stashing wine tools everywhere.
Well, of course I have it in my pocket because I've been at work all day. Last week I'd gone running,
That's
hanging
what it
out,
was. That's right. You were still in your
drinking,
gear. And
ran
then-
home and rinsed
then-
off, and anyway,
Yeah.
excuses, whatever.
Whatever. Somehow, some way, we got the wine open. It worked. It was all working. This is fantastic.
That is going to be, not to mention how delicious it is by itself, but it's going to be a great food wine.
Well, it's
I'd
great
imagine.
this time of year too. You think about all the things around New Year's and Christmas, and you're getting together with friends all through these next few weeks. A lot of smoked salmons and cheeses and things like that. It's gonna go great with holiday food. Nuts.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm sorry about the phone ringing. We can't really help that.
Well, I guess we could have unplugged it, but we'd forget to plug it in tomorrow. We'd miss 100 messages. So
Yeah.
it's probably better. It sounds
It's
like an
really
office.
authentic that we are definitely in
This
a
is what
working
we
environment.
hear I can't believe it's only rung once, because
I know.
normally it's
That's-
just incessant.
Yeah.
So we're kind of lucky there.
All right, so now we're going to smooth on over to Oregon. So we're coming back to our country, West Coast. This is from the O'Brien offerings. They have a huge portfolio. We featured some of their stuff before. This is their Oregon Territory Pinot Noir. And this is what I would call a huge value in terms of Oregon Pinot Noirs, which can be quite pricey,
Wow.
but rightfully so as well. I think many people consider Oregon to be the American foothold of great Pinot Noirs, and because of that, you know, well, not just because of the reputation, not just because of the quality, not just because of all of that fancy oak. I mean, Pinot Noirs, it's just so difficult to grow, and there's so much expense involved with Pinot Noir. A lot of people don't realize how expensive it is to grow. So, you know, it kind of looks like, wow, why is Pinot Noir so expensive? And yet it's a lighter grape. I think some people think of concentration of color and spices might, you know, the richer it is, the more expensive it is, kind of thing. But that's not the case, in my opinion, because Pinot Noir has so many battles it has to fight to become a wine. From grape to wine, there's just so many things against it. It's a thin-skinned grape, it's a small grape, and even, you know, simple weather patterns can really hurt it. Well, maybe not simple, but hail will destroy it.
Well, and Oregon gets plenty of weather.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, and you talk about weather, Oregon gets it. So, I mean, it's a...
You think there's any alcohol in this?
Ooh, maybe an ounce. Maybe 1%.
Yeah, this is lovely.
But this has so much going on. I mean, this has a lot going on.
It's a very delicate color-wise, as to be expected. It looks quintessential Pinot. You could read a book through this. It is so light in color, but that's what Pinot Noir is.
That's fantastic. The
I
oak,
mean,
the spice.
yeah, immediately, really the oak, surprisingly,
It's a smoky oak.
it really brings, really right from the get-go. Oftentimes, for me, I get oak on the back end, fruit on the front end. Here, I'm getting oak
Yeah, all of it.
consistently through.
Immediately, yeah, yeah.
And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's a very pleasing level. It is a very toasty oak. So
That's why I'm getting the toastiness off
Yeah.
the oak. I mean, and I think that's maybe one of the reasons it's lingering from start to finish. But you know, the red fruit is coming through though. I mean, you're getting a ton of red fruit, but it's
Absolutely.
just it's like you creme brulee it with this torchy thing.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there is almost some elements of cream that when you said that, it really made it pop out in my mind. The creamy texture of this wine.
You
It has
dropped
a beautiful
dropped
way.
a few raspberries on a creme brulee.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, so this is incredible bang for the buck. Under $20 Oregon Pinot, which is
hard to find.
yeah, really, or under 25, something like that. It's right around $20 roughly. And you're talking about
I bought a Pinot last night at the store on sale for $24.
Yeah.
It wasn't anywhere near as good.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
nowhere near as good.
Right.
And it was normally like 30.
I can't.
And, you know,
I tell you what, Chef. I'm curious. I have not looked. I remember tasting this and really falling in love with the flavor profile, but the alcohol here is just thumping. And I don't see it. It's,
Don't they have to
it
list
has
it?
to be listed. It's hidden in here somewhere.
maybe is it on that Oregon Trail map?
But I can assure you, my body's telling me
It's
there's
over
some
14
alcohol.
and a half, I would think.
Where is it? It has
How
to be
come-
listed.
How did they get away with not listing the alcohol?
Well, I'm sure it's on here somewhere, and we're just old and can't see.
Well, there's an element of that.
So, and I'm not saying this.
13.5.
Thank you.
It's right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Way over there. Okay, so
And it is the smallest script they could find.
I would say-
13.5.
but it drinks.
It's drinking hotter.
Now, keep in
Not
mind
bad,
too.
in a bad way.
Yeah,
not
this
bad.
is 4 years old. It's a 2017,
It's still wound up.
and you can still, yeah. I think this would be an ageable wine.
Yeah, it's still wound up to be that old. I mean, it's
The fruit's still incredibly bright.
mhm. But the richness has settled in. The silkiness has settled in with that age. But it's still a very bright wine. I mean, and the acid is great on this. You
There's
think
a
it
little-
would lay it down.
There's a little cherry cola in
Yeah,
there.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Little cheer wine.
Yeah, or like almost like if you had a cherry Coke, but it was flat. You know, like
Yeah, it's a carbonation.
little. It was
down,
like maybe
yeah.
it was maybe you had it the day before and you left it in your glass, and you woke up hungover, and he reached over and
I
grabbed,
mean,
like,
hypothetically.
he grabbed that glass, and now the carbonation's out of it. You take a sip. That flavor, maybe?
It's right there. It's
But-
right there. And there's the cherry licorice, like those Twizzlers, where those Twizzlers things. Yeah.
Our
Not
buddy,
as big a licorice as like a cab, but I mean it's there.
yeah,
I mean,
our buddy Dan Nelson, he makes machines at those candy plants, and one year he gave me
That's
a
right.
box like this big of Twizzlers. You're right.
Right there.
It's right there.
Right there.
So I've been tasting those Twizzlers over the years, and boom.
Boom.
That's an interesting candy. You know, they have to cure it.
They have to cure it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the few candies that kind of meet a different criteria than most candies that are just kind of mass produced. Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool stuff. It's a great wine. I mean, I could just live on this. It's delicious.
Yeah, this would be so versatile for, you know, if you have a group of different backgrounds coming out to your house for the holidays, and yeah, you're looking for a crowd pleaser in a lot of different directions. I mean, you know, I would think that this is bold enough for cab lovers to be okay with it. You know,
Easy. The oak on this.
Yeah.
The silkiness of it, absolutely a cab drink.
And there's some sneaky little tannins. I'm getting them on the inside of my
They're there.
lips and on my gums.
They're
and
there.
teeth. Yep. Yep. So
It's great.
it's very interesting because as we're tasting, because we're in downtown Mount Airy, and people come up to the restaurant and they're peeking in like this, looking at us, and it's just kind of funny. I feel like those news crew, like I'm sure you've been to a big city that has this, like when you're wandering around downtown, like Chicago or something like that, they have their news crews filming, like you can just walk up and watch them live. Through the glass
through the windows. Yeah.
Yeah, while they're filming, you see the camera stuff, and like that's kind of what we feel like right now.
Well, you know, not to be negative, but it always upsets me simply because it would never occur to me to do it. Like, so there's a handful of things I would never do in this world.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's only a few.
Okay.
And one of them is to walk up to a place that says we're closed. And then you look at the hours and you say, well, they've been closed for an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
And then look in the window and then start rattling on the door. I mean,
Yeah.
it happens on Mondays.
All day.
I'm here on Mondays all day.
We have-
They just beat on the window. They see you in there and they beat on the window. Like if I went to a place and saw they were closed and somebody was inside, I
Yeah.
would not beat on the window and
Maybe
say,
there's-
hey, you open?
Maybe they were worried about that you're a thief in here
That-
looting the place.
And would
Why-
I give them a sandwich? I've come out here before, Ed. Like I've let deliveries in on Monday.
Yeah.
And I don't turn any lights on. So I'm
Yeah,
usually here
yeah,
by myself.
Sure.
And if one of the boys are here, they're downstairs. They don't come up. Anyway, the place is completely dark.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll unlock the front door, let a delivery in, and I'll forget to lock.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'll come out here to do something, and like 2 weeks ago, this happened. Two people sitting at a table back there. They're sitting in a dark dining room, not a light on, nothing going on. They're just, excuse me,
The service sucks.
terrible.
Where is
I mean, I've
service?
read articles
We-
about being short-staffed.
we
but
had to
this
see-
is amazing.
We had to seat ourselves
I mean,
in the dark.
I've just never seen anything like it. But I mean, could you imagine going to the bank
Right.
on Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon and say one of the junior officers was there, he got a big loan.
Hey,
He's got a big loan he's working on.
I need
It's
a
like-
roll of quarters.
And he's there, and he's in his office, and he's like, I got this big commercial loan I'm working on. I'm gonna work weekends. And yeah, fine. You cash this check? I mean, I'm just never. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on a negative thing. It's just,
It's
I
common.
mean, it's like the fourth person while you're sitting, he's coming on. Hey, you open? It
That's-
says closed.
That's probably them calling right now.
It says you're closed. Are you sure?
We can see you in there.
Your hours are posted. Y'all drinking.
We want some of that drink.
I mean, you had to walk by 3 restaurants and 2 breweries to get here.
Right, yeah.
But yeah,
They're all open.
They're all open.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's funny. Merry Christmas to them anyway.
And Merry Christmas to all
Hopefully
y'all.
they don't have to struggle with their own front door.
That's true. Merry Christmas to all y'all. Yeah, they got the holidays coming up. I know, Chef, you got a bunch of food going out
Yeah.
for that, and you've got then we've got New Year's on the brink. So
New Year's, buddy.
yeah, so we're gonna have a couple of days off. Then we're gonna get right back into it next week.
We got back in swinging.
We got a really
tasting.
killer menu for New Year's. If y'all don't have New Year's Eve plans,
See,
think about coming to the restaurant. Chef, that menu's beautiful. I think it's
it's
gone
out
on
there too.
social
Yeah,
media.
it's on social. It's on our newsletter too if you're on our mailing list,
And
and it's on our social
yeah,
platform.
and then of course, the one I'm more interested
Well,
in,
the one you will be doing together.
which I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to see what you do for this New Year's Eve. We always do an elevated, which is, yeah, I will say this. That couple that was first timers last
Yeah, the
last
couple right here
Friday,
on the corner. Yeah.
and they said, so you're doing one on New Year's Eve that's elevated from this? Like, how can you elevate from this? And they had a good point.
Well, to be honest, and I told you this when we were going through the things. I said we're doing New Year's tonight.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I mean,
Yeah.
so the way, it worked out, I actually did do New Year's twice. So last Friday night,
They were the recipients.
they were on the test drive.
They got well, it's always a value, but they got a real value.
All
So,
my wives were here too. My ex-wife, my wife, and my next
Don't
one.
even- don't even
my
say
third
your-
one was
oh,
probably
gosh.
on the crowd too.
oh
but
no, Tamisa's now going to be like killing off her friends.
no, she thinks it's funny. That's one of our things.
Yeah.
She always says her next husband and my next wife. It's one of our
Yeah.
funny jokes.
Well, third
So anyway, we're all good friends. Third time's a charm. Anyway, we're all good friends, and but it was yeah. They got the New Year's a week early, 2 weeks early.
Well, so getting around to that New Year's Eve
Although I
chef's
think the
table.
wines are more elevated than the food on New Year's.
Yeah, we spent. Well, that's where the budget really.
I mean,
expands.
it
is on
really
the wine.
expands there. So I mean,
It gives us more wiggle room.
yes. I mean, and it's like you always have like 3 just like. I mean, on every chef's table.
Well,
And then you have 3 like geeky wines that you geek out on that no one's ever heard of. And then New Year's, it seems like it's 6 home runs.
well, it's yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not that they're not all complex
Yeah, yeah,
and
I get
things, but I mean, it's like you like the budget. The budget gets a
They
little.
have bigger price tags for
Yeah,
sure.
You got a. You know what I mean? But I mean, the
This guy's
pairing.
parched.
Don't ever have a friend who let you be dehydrated.
That's true.
That'd be the worst
Thank
kind of
God
thing.
you're here for me. Well, so if you have the inclination to join us on New Year's Eve,
We'll take good care of you, either in the dining room or right here at the chef's table.
we got our 7-course plus
Yeah, 7+1.
with wine pairings from all over the world, $200 at the chef's table starting at 6 p.m. And then, of course, we have this beautiful menu for a la carte in the dining room, which my parents, mom and stepdad, are coming in from
Yep.
Chicago to dine.
Coming right through
Yep.
it.
And we have a tasting next Thursday as well. We'll be back on regular Thursday schedule, I guess.
Well, except for the first week of January, when we'll be closed.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about next week.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah,
week,
yeah, yeah,
the
then
week
the week
after,
after,
we're
yeah.
going to be closed for 10 days
Woo!
to
Yay!
do some things around the restaurant that need to be done, and to force people to do something outside of work.
Well, and that needs to be done in this restaurant.
And I'm very excited to say that Lisa and I are going to Florida.
Sunny, warm Florida.
That's right. We're going to go down there for 6 days and enjoy
That'd be tremendous.
enjoy the nothingness, I hope. I just want it to be chill and getting to see Chef Rob while because he's right
I miss
outside of
Rob,
Tampa. I
yeah.
haven't seen him in 5 or 6 years now. Really looking forward to catching up with Rob. And if those of you don't know, I used to spend all my winters down there with Rob because I didn't work winters because I was a lazy bum, basically.
No, summers at Old Mill were no joke. You needed,
Well, I
you
did
needed
work.
winters off.
I did work a lot, but anyway, I got a lot of time off, so it worked out. But
It was a good trade.
looking forward to getting back to that Tampa Bay area. I love it.
That's a great area.
Mm-hmm.
Love St. Pete. You're going to be near Clearwater, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yep.
Oh, ranked every year one of the top 1 or 2 beaches in the world.
Absolutely.
Or in America.
And rightfully so. It is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's still, even with all those accolades, you know, I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's still a great
By
value.
Florida standards,
It's a great
Now,
value.
St. Pete is not, but Clearwater is.
Yeah, Miami, you know, I spent some time down there and it's just, you know, I get it, but
I
it's
don't.
so expensive.
I don't get
Holy
it.
cow.
I don't get Miami. No one will
It's
ever
so
convince me
expensive.
about
Holy cow.
Miami. I hate that
I can't
city.
afford it.
That is my least favorite city in the world. I mean, I haven't been
You
to
ever
all of
spent
them.
time in Atlanta?
Well, just in the airport. I know that's
No
not true.
offense out there.
Actually, I would go ahead and offend Atlanta. Yeah, that's worse. Yeah, you're right. Atlanta's worse. Yeah.
You talk about traffic, holy cow.
I've never made a connection driving in Miami though. I mean, I've missed so many planes because of the traffic in Miami. And I mean, I just keep
Oh, the
standing.
traffic's
I
unbelievable.
can't stand that place. Well, I don't
Working
like,
down
I don't
there
like-
was a nightmare.
I don't like the heat either. So, I mean, it's,
Yeah, when I was down there
Yeah.
in South Florida working with Chef James, you had to leave 2 hours early for work, and you'd be an hour and a half early when you got there. But if you left on time,
you would never get there.
you'd be an hour and a half late.
Yep.
That
And
weird?
no,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah.
It's brutal.
The timing is essential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's only so many roads you can pack in that little tip of the peninsula. Well, anyway, we don't have to worry about
Great
that.
fish
down
in there where you're in your neck of the woods. I hope you take a little time and cast a lure or a fly.
I might consider it.
Especially if you're there on the intercoastal. Wow,
I might just
it'd be so much fun.
drink and lay in the sand.
Well, what you can,
Oh, that's true.
of course, you probably just get mad if you caught a fish and you have to work and catch
That's-
it.
that's
and
work,
net it,
yeah.
and then do something with it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Well, we need to go fishing soon, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm going fishing on my film break.
Beautiful. Where are you going?
Bannerell.
Bannerell.
So it's just going to be me and Tamisa and Megan. So we found a cabin that's handicap friendly, and so we're heading up New Year's Day. We're gonna stay there 4 days.
Awesome.
Yeah, but the place we rented has a trout stream. It's stopped right in front of it, private.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tear them up.
Yeah, you
But
gotta
yeah,
work.
we're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna sit there and play board games and have a fire and do nothing.
I'm really looking forward to heading down to Fayetteville, see my dad, see my brother, see my stepmom, hopefully see my soon-to-be
So, yeah,
sister-in-law.
yeah. They got the big
My
engagement.
brother got engaged, but we're all about some board games, so I'm looking
Yes.
forward to that.
I miss them. I miss playing cards and board games. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves. We don't play together.
We don't play nearly enough. Well, whatever you have planned for Christmas, I hope all your Christmas wishes come true, and I hope you're surrounded by people that you love, and that's really, really important now more than ever.
More than ever, and you know, we need these reminders, but we certainly hope that this time of year is a blessing to you and your family. You are all a blessing to us, and
That is true.
we'll be we'll be speaking those blessings over you, and hope that they all come to fruition. Of course, we'll save our end of the year
Yeah.
pronouncements for next
Yeah.
Thursday, but certainly Christmas is as a meaningful time for everybody, and you know, I've never really cared. You know, this isn't a happy time of year for me.
It's hard in the restaurant industry.
But I get it. You know, I get the spirit of it.
It's
but-
because of people like you that they can have the Christmas spirit.
Well.
Because you're giving them those.
well, we all are. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all doing that, and then people bang on the door, and I hate Christmas again.
Well, hey everybody, we appreciate your time and thanks for all your support over the year. We love you all. See you soon.
Take care. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks again.